They really wanted me to stay in China and maybe work for a company that does like business between Russia and China. And sometimes it means like not really showing how you feel just in order to be likable. They were expecting certain things from Taiwan already. What surprised them was that Russians are different. It's not that we are mean. Taiwan is not China. My name is Alexandra. My nickname is Sasha. I'm from Russia. I live in Taiwan for 10 years. In education, I'm also freelance modeling and bartending and kind of trying to find myself now, yes.
Why do you choose to come to Taiwan?
Originally, I came here to do my master's. After 2 years of master's, you're still unsure what you're going to do, what kind of job you can find, how do you stay legally in the country. And met a lot of fun, creative people in Taipei and decided to stay here. Then also, you know, life happens. Sometimes you fall in love with the country, sometimes you fall in love with the people, and yeah, still here.
There are many other places you could go and study. Why Taiwan?
11 years ago, I was in Shanghai doing my bachelor's degree, and I wanted to continue my education. So I was looking for scholarships, and I really wanted to move out of mainland China. Just to have something new for a change. And one of the options was Hong Kong, the other one was Taiwan. Yeah, it was easy to move here. And I already could speak some language, so it was not a huge cultural shock for me to move here. Do something on my own, like didn't ask for my parents' permission or anything like that, so I went to Taiwan.
How did your parents feel about this when they hear you going to Taiwan?
Originally, they didn't take it well. They really wanted me to stay in China and maybe work for a company that does like business between Russia and China. They didn't know much about Taiwan at that time, just knew that it's an island somewhere close to China. And then I think they started feeling more relaxed when they realized I'm really happy here. And especially after the first time they visited me here, after I showed them around, showed them the beautiful nature of Taiwan, they also fell in love with it, and actually they visited me 4 times and planning another trip next year. Yeah.
What surprises them most when they visited Taiwan for the first time?
What surprised them was that Taiwan is not China. They felt the difference immediately because they've lived in China before, they've lived in Shanghai, so they were expecting certain things from Taiwan already, because Chinese speak in Asia. And when they got here, they were amazed by Taroko Gorge and all the mountains, hot springs, so the nature of Taiwan and how drivable everything is.
You came to study your master's program and then you continued to stay for 10 years.
Yes. Well, Taiwan is a beautiful place. It's a safe place to live. And I'm not comparing like places I've lived in before, but Taiwan, I think it's more of my style. You can always get to the beach, like even in the middle of the week. The weather is much nicer and warmer here. People are definitely more open, friendly, and just flexible in many ways. I just fell in love with the whole environment. I think generally people here are nice and polite and kind, and no matter what the political situation is or what their beliefs are about a certain nationality, they still approach me with a big smile and like with a lot of kindness.
10 years in Taiwan, what's your most awkward moment?
We are having a conversation in Chinese, and 5 minutes later they're like, "Oh, you speak Chinese?" I'm like, "Duh."
We're already speaking in Chinese.
Yeah, we're having this conversation for a while now.
You mentioned cultural difference. What are some of these cultural differences that you've encountered?
People in Taiwan like to save their face no matter what, and sometimes it means like not really showing how you feel just in order to be likable. And Russians are different. It's not that we are mean or angry, we're just very direct. So we say what we mean without the intention to hurt anyone.
I've watched many movies that...
Bad guys.
Most of them with a kind of frown face. But what is it about the face?
We joke about that a lot too, that it's like, what are you laughing at? Are you an idiot? Like, we have a saying about that. It's like a laughter without a reason is like a good sign that you're an idiot, right? But when it comes to smiling, I think we can be also very friendly and open, but it takes us a while to get to know a person. You know, if you're my best friend, and it only took us 2 drinks to get there, I will be smiling and laughing with you all day, all night long, right? But if I don't know you, why would I spend my smiles? I have a limited amount of smiles a day, right? But I think I'm a pretty smiley person in general. I think I inherited it from my father. Like, even though I'm from Moscow, but my daddy is not from there. He is from from a much smaller place, and he likes good humor. He always has a big smile on his face, and I think I do too.
What do you have in your country that you miss not having here in Taiwan?
I like the architecture in my country better. Architecture, museums, cultural life. It can be a Monday night or Tuesday night, and there'll be some cultural events, like lectures, museum nights. Something will be going on. And I'm not talking for the whole country. I'm just talking about my city, about Moscow. It's a huge city, and yeah, it never sleeps. And I love the 24/7 access to most things. I don't like to wait for an appointment for too long, and unfortunately that's the case for Taiwan. That you can only do certain things on Thursdays or Fridays or weekends.
One thing that people do differently in your country than it's done here in Taiwan.
I think people in Taiwan are very brave in a way that if you want to start your own business, let's say start your YouTube channel, open a bar, open a restaurant, you don't go big right away. You take steps in Taiwan, right? But in Russia, everything has to be perfect from the beginning. It has to impress right away, otherwise the competition is too high and you'll be out. If you just open a place with 2 items on the menu, you'll get the looks like, what are you doing? Take some more time, research, build your business first, then invite people. Here it's more okay, I've learned how to bake cookies. Welcome.
How are men in Russia different from men in Taiwan?
So my last long-term relationship was not with a Russian person, but I do have a lot of Russian friends. So I think men back home are real gentlemen, and they're very actively gentlemen. They would always open doors for you, pay for your meal, or make sure you got home safely, hold your hand, hold your bag, help you in many ways. And they like to be more dominant too in a relationship in general. And they like making decisions, being in charge, being in control. In Taiwan, men are, I think, more sensitive, which is a very good thing too. So they're more close to the emotional side, and they're not afraid to show their feelings. So that's the beauty of men in Taiwan, I think. I think it's a good thing, yes, to be close with your emotions and not be ashamed of them. Because I think everyone should be able to express their feelings instead of just keeping a mask up no, I'm a strong man.
What is the difference in the eating culture in Taiwan compared to
eating culture? Some similarities will be we also have food to share. If it's a family gathering or something, we cook for everyone. It's not a portion meal. So that's similar. We don't use chopsticks, we use forks and knives. Eating culture in general, I think we don't have this midnight snack thing. It's not we go out in the middle of the night just to get a little bit of something at the night market. And everyone eats a lot, when in Taiwan people always, I think it's more a Japanese, Taiwanese thing, that people don't like to stuff themselves too much. There's a limit, okay, 80% full, especially for girls, right? Girls don't eat until they can't move here. But back home we do. We still care about our appearance. We still care about not being overweight, staying fit, and eating healthy. I'm just talking about indulging, if it's a holiday, if it's a New Year's Eve, everyone's gaining weight. Mm-hmm. We definitely don't have the thing that you have to leave the last bite on the plate. We don't do that. That's kind of disrespectful to the house. It's if the food is good, eat it, finish it. And right now we fight with the stereotype. We want to actually change our food habits and be more you have to stop when you're full. You don't have to finish everything. It's okay to leave a little bit on your plate. But yeah, historically it's been more
Have to finish.
Yeah, have to finish everything.
Have you ever tried this geo called Xiaomi geo?
Yes.
Is there any difference between the
And
geo?
vodka? Well, our traditional drink is vodka, but that's not the only one. And it's actually pretty recent compared to how long our history is. Traditionally, our drinks would be based on malt or like honey, something fermented, something like very light beers. And only like in recent, maybe like 200 years, vodka became more popular. Vodka is definitely much stronger than Xiaomi. And Xiaomi Jiu. It's stronger, it's high in percentage, and the taste is just pure, like it doesn't taste like much. Sometimes it's a little bitter, but yeah, Xiaomi Jiu has a flavor.
What's the nicest thing someone has done for you?
So many. It's hard to focus on one thing, but it's funny, like it gets to the point where I'm just checking my phone, waiting for Uber, and people stop and say like, "Oh, are you lost? Do you need help?" And definitely, whenever I have a question to my boss, she's more than willing to help and like deal with my life issues, not just work issues. So like my boss is very nice and accommodating, and I think people in general, like I think it's in a culture, like it's more than one thing, definitely. Yeah.
Do you have anything else to tell Taiwanese people?
Stay awesome, stay wonderful, stay happy. Believe in yourself and just continue learning about the world and exploring. That's wonderful when people do that.
All right. Thank you very much. It's nice talking to you. And
Likewise.
hope you continue to enjoy your stay here in Taiwan.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And 如果你还没有订阅，请不要忘记订阅、按赞、开启小铃铛，谢谢大家。